Hello, everyone out there in podcast land.
Hello.
My name is the Rev Kev. This dingleberry sitting across from me is Cool Kyle.
Dingleberry.
We are the Wicked K's podcast. Today is a special episode. It is the Wrestlemania episode. But it's not a quiz. We already did that. Probably could have saved it for this week, but we're not going to.
Well, I'm going to give you a quiz.
I know you are, but I meant like my quiz.
Oh, okay.
First off, we're recording this on a Tuesday. So today is 3/28. So for those of you out there who are Patriots fans who celebrate 3/28, if you know, you know. And I know someone out there who listens a lot who knows what 3/28 is. If you don't know, look it up. I'm not going to explain it. So we got a bunch of fun things planned for this show. We're going to do some predictions for WrestleMania. We're going to do our predictions for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which has sadly been sent to the
SmackDown before.
The SmackDown prior to the WrestleMania, yeah. It's not even on like the pre-show anymore. Like it's kind of upsetting.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of like an insult. Like the whole point of it was to like memorialize Andre.
The legacy of Andre the Giant.
And then now they're just like, yeah, we're just going to put it on the SmackDown before because nobody gives a shit about it.
Pretty much, and that's how it's been for a while. And they're just like, who wants to win it this year? Oh, Mojo Rawley, you win it. It's like they just pick out a random name out of a hat, and that's what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be
really
a crapshoot.
upsetting. It's terrible. We've got a quiz that Kyle has for me for WrestleMania, because for those of you who listen to the WrestleMania quiz, Kyle did better than, he probably should have, because he had help, and I kind of just like,
You fed me a few answers. Not gonna lie.
I fluffed a little bit of the rules and pushed them out of the way with all the bonus points and stuff. If I had just been straight-laced and to the point, you wouldn't have done nearly as good as you did.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But he's got a quiz for me. We'll see how well I do with it. And then I wrote up a quick WrestleMania draft. We've done drafts before on this show. We have a quick WrestleMania draft. We're gonna pick 3 members from commentary. I just wrote down 3 like random people for commentary. You can pick 1 arena you can pick to have your show in, 1 ring announcer. I'm not going to bother with backstage interviews. And then I've got about 30 or so allegedly classic WrestleMania matches. These are all ones that pretty much were in multiple websites or whatever lists that I found. Pick 10 out of the 30 or so. Okay. And then that'll be our list, and then we'll be good with our show.
Woo.
So we'll talk about a little bit of the WrestleMania Hall of Fame and the people that are in. I don't know if if any other names will be inducted. There might be one more on SmackDown they announce. And then
depending.
You and I will quickly make a case of, people who are not in who maybe should be. And we'll read off the rest of the list of people who maybe should be in who aren't quite in yet. And it could be just a snag or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do first? Do you want to do this draft first? Do you want to do the predictions first? Do you want to do the quiz first? What do you want to do first?
You know what? Let's get the quiz out of the way.
Okay.
So this is a website I found. It's called funtrivia.com.
Oh, great. We'll see how much fun we really have.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of questions. Each one is an individual WrestleMania question.
Great.
Like, pertaining to each WrestleMania.
Awesome.
But what I'm going to do is they actually you can do like a mixed WrestleMania quiz, so it takes all the questions and mix them up, and then just gives you one at a time.
Sure.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, whatever floats your boat.
And usually when I was looking at it the other night, I noticed that it'll tell you what WrestleMania it's from, like what quiz it's from, so I'll kind of give you a heads up as to what it is.
Okay.
All right?
I think I'm going to give myself a B. I'm going to say I'm going to do about a B at this.
Okay. There's 10 questions I was practicing the other night just to have fun. There's 10 to a quiz. Might do 2 or 3.
Okay. So if there's 10, I'm going to say I'll average 7 or 8 correct for each quiz.
For each quiz.
Yeah, so that'll be about 24 out of 30.
All right. Let's see how you do.
I'm going to bomb. I'm putting myself on the spot, and I'm going to end up looking like a
dummy. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you will. Here we go. So this is WrestleMania X7.
17, okay.
Which superstar lost his WWF Championship in the no disqualification main event match against Stone Cold Steve Austin?
The Rock.
All right, let me click that button right there. That is correct.
Who did Stone Cold Steve Austin shake hands with at the end of that match? Follow question to you.
McMahon?
Yes, sir. High five. Nicely done. The devil himself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought it was stupid because They tried to make Stone Cold a heel, but Stone Cold was a face, and he didn't need to have him shake hands with Vince McMahon to win the match. He could have just...
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
WWE trying to do something new, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, you know how they are. All right. Question number 2.
Quickly, hold on a second. I noticed this the other day, and I don't know why it took me so long. You know, people have said that Triple H has dodged a bullet in the early 2000s because he got hurt when he blew out his knee in the tag match with Austin he had against, I think it was Jericho and Benoit, I think it was. Yeah, on Raw. He blew out his knee. He was out for the entire Invasion angle. I didn't even realize that. I people have talked about it, and I've seen it since, but I never really sat and thought about it.
No, neither did I.
Similar to how I'm gonna hit people with a little bit of knowledge real quick. Not knowledge. I just thought about this though. We've talked about it. Is it interesting how his name is Bret the Hitman Hart, and the Hitman's finisher is the sharpshooter?
Okay.
Clever.
So apparently with this quiz, by the way, it has a time thing on it, and it timed me out.
Oh.
It gives you a countdown timer, and then it tells you, it's like, sorry, you didn't get that answer correct.
Oh.
So that's all right. I'll
What's the question?
It wouldn't. I can't even remember what the question was because it doesn't tell you the question again.
Oh, this isn't very fun at all.
You're under the gun. So
This isn't very fun at all.
let me go back in and redo it. All right. WrestleMania 8. Who left WrestleMania 8 with the WWF tag team titles? Owen Hart and British Bulldog, Mankind and Yokozuna, Vader and Kane, Mankind and Vader.
Wait, what? WrestleMania what?
8. Or no, what's it? 13. Sorry. 13.
I'm like, none of these people were at WrestleMania.
I
8.
Yeah, no, I got that all wrong. Yeah, 13.
All right, so WrestleMania 13. Who are the people again?
Owen Hart and British Bulldog, Mankind and Yokozuna, Vader and Kane, Mankind and Vader.
Oh shit. I'm going to say it's the first one.
Well, that was Owen Hart?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay. The Vader Kane one threw me off because I know they were kind of, and I know Vader and Mankind were a team, and I was like, no, Brett and Owen had it. I mean, Owen and Bulldog had it for a while in the mid 90s.
Yeah. All right, ready for the next question?
This question 3 or 4, I guess.
Technically, it's number 2 because I had to restart.
Oh,
the quiz.
okay, that's fine. Okay.
All right, number 2. Here we go. All right, WrestleMania First Edition. What famous match type made its pay-per-view debut at WrestleMania 10? Oh, okay, so it wasn't 1. Ladder match?
The ladder match, yeah.
Okay.
Between
that is correct.
Razor and Shawn. That went way too long and canceled out the 10-man tag match that was supposed to happen that never did.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You don't remember that.
I know about it, though.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I didn't watch it personally, but...
No, you didn't. That's why you didn't do very well in your quiz.
Yeah. Okay, number 3. Which song did Limp Bizkit perform as The Undertaker came to the ring?
Rollin'.
Rollin'. That is correct.
Also the theme song for NHL Hits 2002.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It is true, I know.
Okay.
It's true.
It's true. It's damn true. Okay, WrestleMania 9 was different than previous WrestleManias because it was the first time...
WrestleMania was held outdoors at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, or better, Paradise, Nevada.
That is correct.
Next.
All right. Here we go then. Where did WrestleMania 23 take place? Detroit, Michigan, Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, Orlando, Florida.
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. So, 21, 22, 23. Detroit?
That is correct.
Okay. Whew.
That is correct.
That was the first year, because I remember in our quiz that I had for you, WrestleMania 22 was the last WrestleMania that was in a traditional arena, because they went to New York, and 21 was, I think, LA, and then 22 was Chicago, and then 23 was, or vice versa, or something like that.
Okay. And by the way, just to let you know, with this quiz, apparently it won't let me go back, so if you get an incorrect answer, it just brings up a window that says incorrect or correct. And then it won't let me go back to look at the other answer. So if you get it incorrect, I won't be. And you say what were the other ones? I'd go. I don't know.
Okay.
So just giving you a heads up.
This isn't a very fun quiz then if you can't look at the answers.
I know. Yeah, it's just the way that it's like.
Yeah, just ask me the next question, please. It's fine because I don't want to run out of time again.
All right, here we go. Well,
Jesus.
I have moments between the two that I can do it.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
The 2009 Hall of Fame inductees were introduced at WrestleMania 25. Which one of the legends came out to say farewell by drinking beers?
Stone Cold.
Okay, then. There you go.
He came out on his fucking ATV.
That is correct.
I know.
Ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right, here we go. The model, Rick Martel, fought a real Native American at WrestleMania 8. That's VIII.
Yeah, it's Tatanka.
That is correct. All right, next one. In the main event of WrestleMania 28, who was John Cena's opponent in one of the most anticipated dream matches?
The Rock.
I had a feeling you were going to know that one. Okay. Next one. The Undertaker defeated CM Punk at the World Wrestling Entertainment's WrestleMania 29 pay-per-view. How many consecutive winning matches did The Undertaker have at a World Wrestling Entertainment WrestleMania event after he defeated CM Punk?
How many did he have at that time?
Yeah.
What WrestleMania is that? 28?
Yes, that's correct.
So he should be 20-0?
So that would be 20?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
So it must be 21 then.
That is correct.
Oh.
It's okay. Hey, you know what? You were in the right ballpark.
Damn it.
That's all right, man. You were in the right ballpark.
Damn
I got to respect it.
Damn it. I didn't want to get any wrong.
I know.
Just like you, off by one.
Yeah, just by one. All right. Who won the World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania in 2015? Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins.
2015?
Yep.
What WrestleMania is that? Shit. That's WrestleMania. Oh, crap. What the fuck is 2015's WrestleMania? 31? That's Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins? All right, let's see. That is correct.
Yes. See, when you do like years, I'm fucked. If you give me like the Mania, I'll know.
All right, so you got 9 out of 10 on that one.
Nice.
Very nice.
Should have been 10 out of 10. God damn it.
I know, is that one? But that's not your fault, man. Shit happens.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
So, question: do you want to do another one, or do you want to jump into other stuff?
Wicked pisser.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Do another one.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Who did Matt Hardy, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, have a match against in defense of his title at WrestleMania 2003? Jamie Noble, Billy Kidman, Tajiri, or Rey Mysterio?
Question again, please?
Who did Matt Hardy, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, have a match against?
Ray.
Okay. Rey Mysterio is correct.
Yeah. WrestleMania 19.
That is correct, yep. Okay.
That was the whole... You can read the next question, but that was when Matt kept doing those vignettes where he was trying to like lose weight, and he was like wearing the suit, and he was trying to sweat down to get to the... Yeah.
Which 2 tag teams did Team Angle, the WWE Tag Team Champions, have a match against in defense of their titles at the WrestleMania 2003? Los Guerreros and John Cena and Chris Benoit, Los Guerreros and Chris Benoit and Rhino, Los Guerreros and Rikishi and Rhino, or Los Guerreros and Bill DeMott and Rhino?
I'll do Los Guerreros and Benoit and Rhino.
Benoit and Rhino. That is correct.
Nice.
Very nice. I thought that one was going to stump you.
No, because I was like, the rest of these people are trash. The rest of the teams didn't make sense.
Yeah. All right. Next one. This event emanated from how many cities, which was WrestleMania 2?
3.
That one I knew you were going to know.
Rosemont, Nassau, and Los Angeles.
That is correct. That is correct.
I did that one already to you.
That is correct. Yes, I do remember that. That's why I figured like some of these questions were going to be like...
Still impressive, by the way, that in 1986 they were able, with that technology, to do 3 shows from 3 different locations around the country. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and pull it all together.
It's hard to do now.
Yeah,
and to do it back then?
Yeah, unless they taped it and like...
No, it's all live.
Yeah. All right. Question number 4. How long did it take King Kong Bundy to defeat S.D. Jones.
Oh, Jesus. This is the fake number that's not real. It's like 9 seconds or something like that.
There is an option that says 9 seconds. You want me to choose that one?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. It's not actually 9 seconds. It's more like 21 seconds, but it's 9 seconds. Until I think The Rock beat Rowan at WrestleMania 32, and that was in like 6 seconds or something like that, or 7 seconds. And I don't know.
Oh, jeez. All right, next question. Who were the 3 superstars from SmackDown to make it to the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 22?
Oh, my God.
Bobby Lashley, Road Warrior Animal, and Matt Hardy.
Jesus.
Finley, Bobby Lashley, and Matt Hardy. Nunzio, Finley, and Matt Hardy. Finley, Bobby Lashley, and Road Warrior Animal.
No, it's the second one. It's got to be the second one. There's no way.
Finley, Bobby Lashley, and Matt Hardy?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah, and there's no way Road Warrior Animal's in one of those matches. I don't remember him being in there. Nunzio was a giveaway.
Nunzio, yeah.
That's you got to make it harder. You got to put, if you would have put like Benoit, Jericho, and Edge, I'd have been like, oh shit, maybe that's an option as well.
That
was too easy.
Yeah, that person made it way too easy. All right, well, next one. Who won the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 22? The options are Finley, Bobby Lashley, Ric Flair, Rob Van Dam.
So this is the second Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think so.
RVD, I think, won it.
RVD, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Nice.
Yep. All right. Next question. Which WWE superstar left WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 23? Batista, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Undertaker.
Left with the World Heavyweight Championship?
Yeah.
So 23 would have been 2000 and... So 2004, so 23 would have been 2007. Taker.
Taker is correct.
Nice.
Very nice.
Let's do a little bit of math.
Doing the math in the head. It's okay.
Well, but Batista came up, and I was like, he did fight Triple H for the World Heavyweight title, but I was like, I don't think it was at 23. I think that one was at 21. Because that'd have been like 05. That would have been 2 years before.
Oh, 2 years before.
Because 04 would have been 20, which was where Redacted, a.k.a. Benoit, won. And then 21, I think, was when in 05 when he won the Royal Rumble, and he ended up beating, because he got out of Evolution.
Oh, okay. All right. Good memory. You got it all up there.
Plus, usually when Undertaker is, if it's anything before Brock Lesnar, Undertaker is going to probably win because it's Undertaker.
That is true. That is correct. Okay. WrestleMania 8. Jake the Snake Roberts was a master at mind games. However, at WrestleMania 8, Jake would find himself in a match with an opponent who was immune to them. Who was Jake's opponent?
The Undertaker.
And that is correct.
I know. I just watched that WrestleMania last night.
Oh, well, that's easy then.
I've also gone on record when we did the WrestleMania quiz or whatever to say that my favorite WrestleMania was WrestleMania 8. So
that is true, yeah. So you would
I think
know.
It's more for the commentary.
Yeah. The commentary was good back then. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. WrestleMania 31. Who left the World Wrestling Entertainment's WrestleMania 31 event as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion?
Seth Rollins. If we're doing 31, we already did this question before.
Probably. Sometimes they bring them up twice. I noticed when I was playing them the other day. I'm like, they bring up questions twice.
That was a freebie.
That was a freebie. I'll give you that one. That's I'm just going off of what this thing does. All right, last question. Who won the no-holds-barred street fight match between Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose?
Brock Lesnar did.
Brock Lesnar. That is correct. Got all 10. Very nice.
So far, I'm 19 out of 20.
19 out of 20, yeah. Now it's up to you. You want to do another one? Or you want to go to...
What are we at for time?
20 minutes so far.
Yeah, we'll do another quick one. That's fine.
All right, we'll do one more and then we'll...
Because we still have a draft to do. And that's going to take a little while. And we also... Maybe we should wait then. Because we still have a draft to do. That's going to take a while because we got to look through all the matches. And we still have predictions to do. And we still have to talk about the Hall of Fame stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. Yeah.
All right, we'll do
I don't want any more double ones anyway.
Hey, you know what? 19 and 20, that's not bad.
I was close. If I would have gotten the 21, I was close.
Hey, I respect.
All right, so we got predictions here. I don't know why I can't hear myself very well today.
Is it? No, it should be fine.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, no, because I'm hearing you fine.
Okay.
I'm seeing the...
Whatever. We're going to go with it. All right, so As of right now, I don't think anything else is going to change. So the match cards are pretty much set for WrestleMania. So, first match we have written up here.
Can you hear yourself better now?
A little bit. It's fine.
All
Yeah, we're better now. Okay. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic. You've gone with Dom. I went with Rey. By the way, the not the Bro Wrestling Show. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Jeez.
The Wicked K's title's on the line. We have to rename it.
Yeah, we'll put some tape over the bro wrestling part.
Yes. Well, it's already. We got to find a new screw for it. We already lost a screw. So
Yeah.
Braun and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders versus the Alpha Academy in one of the showcase matches. You went with the Street Profits. I went with the Viking Raiders. The women's showcase match: Liv and Raquel versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus a mystery team who allegedly could potentially be Carmella and Chelsea Green.
If there's any indication as the way things have been going.
Yeah. You went with Liv and Raquel. I went with Ronda and Shayna. IC title triple threat: Drew versus Sheamus versus Gunther. You went with Gunther to retain. I went with Sheamus to win and get, because that's the only title in WWE he has not won. So he could theoretically win it and then just lose it back to Gunther, but then Gunther's reign would have to restart. So
Yeah, it's true.
Lesnar versus Hell in a Cell match: Edge versus Demon Finn Balor. We both went with Edge. Lesnar versus Omos. We both went with Lesnar. Trish Lita Becky versus Damage Control. We both went with TLB. Trish Lita Becky. We could have called them BLT.
BLT.
That would have been funnier.
That's what we'll have to call him now. BLT.
BLT. BLT versus Damage Control.
I like it.
Asuka versus Bianca for the Raw Women's title. We both went with Asuka. The Undisputed Tag titles, the Usos versus KO and Sammy. We both went with KO and Sammy. SmackDown Women's title, Charlotte versus Rhea. We both went with Rhea. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. You went with Logan. I went with Seth. U.S. title match, Cena versus Theory. I went with Theory. You went with Theory. And the Undisputed title, WWE Super Awesome Heavyweight Mega Fun Super Fun Awesome Cool Thing, Cody versus the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. We both went with Cody. And then for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, you could look up the names online. I'm not reading them all.
There's so many.
There's so many. There's like 20 some odd names. I've gone with LA Knight. You went with Lashley. So that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that we disagree on. That's it. We both pick. That's one. That's another one we got right. That's another one. 5. So we have 5. We've got Rey, the Viking Raiders, Ronda, Sheamus, and Seth. I think everything else is a match. Yep. So there is 5. So there's an uneven amount. So there's 5, plus there's a potential bonus point. That bonus point better not come back to bite me in the ass.
Oh, Lord. Jeez.
Also, as of right now, Rey Mysterio is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, so he'll have a match as well as being on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, getting inducted. He's being inducted by Conan, who Conan was obviously a big part of WCW.
Yeah.
The Great Muta is going into the Hall of Fame. He'll be inducted by Ric Flair. Stacy Keibler, which is a nice homage to her. She's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. That'll be nice to see Stacy. And Andy Kaufman will be inducted by, of course, Jerry Lawler, as long as Jerry Lawler's health is in good shape for him to be at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Hope so.
I guess it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. That's okay. This last part's going to take a lot. This draft's going to take forever.
Okay.
I can already tell you that much. And I actually will preset that. So we'll put Kyle's name on this side and the Rev's name on this side.
Okay.
So you and I were looking at 14 superstars or individuals who should be in the Hall of Fame that aren't in the Hall of Fame yet. Because there are names that are in the Hall of Fame, like Kid Rock, who probably shouldn't be in before people like Cyndi Lauper, but yet they are.
Yeah.
So yours that you look through the names, you said Miss Elizabeth, and that makes sense. She is known as the First Lady of WWE. She's obviously, most synonymous with being with the Macho Man. And obviously, like back then, a lot of people had, in the 80s and the early 90s, they had valets or managers. I mean, you can go off. Jimmy Hart had a ton of different tag teams or individuals that he represented. I can't even. Jesus, Dino Bravo, Earthquake, the natural disasters when they were Earthquake and Typhoon, the Heart Foundation, the Honky Tonk Man. The fucking list goes on.
Oh yeah, it's a huge list.
Money Inc. It just the Nasty Boys.
Did they ever manage Hogan?
Oh yeah, the Megamaniacs with him
Yeah.
and Brutus Beefcake. Oh yeah. But yeah, so obviously Miss Elizabeth with Savage. We've got Slick that's in there, the Doctor of Style.
Oh yeah.
So yours was Miss Elizabeth, and that makes sense. She should be. If Savage is in, I think Miss Elizabeth should be in at some point.
Definitely.
And I don't even know who would induct her because Savage has passed. His brother Lanny Poffo just passed.
Yeah.
So they can't.
Maybe her kids, or if she had kids, or
I suppose so. I'm trying to think of somebody that maybe. I mean, a Jimmy Hart could do it. A Paul Heyman could do it.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Some of the other names on here, Demolition. I mean, obviously Demolition held the tag titles for a very long time and had the record for years up until the New Day broke the record.
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper, obviously part of the 80s wrestling boom with the Rock and Wrestling Connection that used to be on MTV. So she's obviously a big part of it, and she was obviously a part of WrestleMania 1, so she at some point should definitely be put into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So this little article from this website called digitalspy.com, this is where I'm getting it from. They've written a skim through the names of the celebrity wing, and I use that in quotations, into the Hall of Fame is quite a read. There's obviously the worthy guys, Mr. T, the guys who made a smattering or less on WrestleMania or Royal Rumble appearances, William Perry, Pete Rose, Drew Carey. There's the fans who have popped up regularly on WWE TV, William Shatner, Snoop Dogg, and so on. Then there are some controversial figures out like Donald Trump and Mike Tyson, but Cyndi Lauper's not there. Obviously, Captain Lou was her dad in the Girls Just Want to Have Fun music video.
Yeah.
She did like I said, the Rock and Wrestling Connection. So yeah, she definitely at some point needs to be put in.
Yeah. Speaking of celebrities, are there any celebrities now that you could see potentially being Hall of Famers in the future, like Logan or
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny. I was gonna say maybe Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny could be. You got to think of names that
Johnny Knoxville.
maybe. See the thing with that though is like how much of an like Cyndi Lauper had a big impact on how like the whole wrestling landscape was going to change.
Yeah.
Because before then it was all territories, and you had your Smoky Mountain Wrestling, your Mid-South Wrestling, your Jim Crockett Promotions with your WCW Wrestling. Everybody had their own territory. Vince knew before anybody else did, or some people knew before anybody else did, that this was going to be a big time thing because he's a younger guy coming in where all this old guard is. So you hook up with MTV. You got to think about this too. Mid-'80s. MTV is brand new. This is when MTV was just playing music videos. It wasn't playing anything else. It wasn't doing The Real World or Road Rules or Room Raiders or whatever. It wasn't doing any of that shit like it does now. It's completely gotten away from what it used to be. You can watch fucking ridiculousness on like a fucking 24-hour loop for like 6 months and not see the same episode twice. And I'm not even kidding you.
Oh, I know.
It's literally ridiculousness. No
Yeah.
pun intended. But that's a huge thing for them. I mean, they got a lot of good ratings when they brought Cyndi Lauper in, and obviously Cyndi Lauper was at the top of the charts. I mean, I guess if you compared it now to then, I mean, who would be the big name now if that was the case in like this time frame? If it's Cyndi Lauper, I mean, the only thing if you're
talking about music, I think it's got to be Bad Bunny.
No, I mean like as far as like a female coming in,
female.
like a Megan Thee Stallion maybe, or
you're saying could come in, not currently.
Well, no, I'm saying like if what happened in the 80s with Cyndi Lauper happened now, like who would be the big name that would be on MTV? Who's the big pop star that would come in and help with the Rock and Wrestling Connection?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see Taylor Swift doing it.
Yeah, but she's more pop than hip hop.
Yeah, but Cyndi Lauper's pop. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so like any genre, like in the...
I'm just, like I said, Cyndi Lauper was pop. Cyndi Lauper was at the top of the charts in that time frame when wrestling was big. they said, hey, let's get a thing together. That's when they had the War to Settle the Score and I forgot what the other one was called. I wrote it down too in our quiz, and I forgot what it was. The Brawl to End It All, I think it was, or something like that. But those were on MTV, so you could watch those on MTV, and it was like kind of like a super show kind of thing.
Yeah,
whatever.
but I can't think of anybody that would do that right now, currently.
I don't know. I'm sure there are names out there that I'm not remembering.
Yeah.
But like I said, you got to think of people who are influential in that, like Johnny Knoxville. Okay, he was in the Royal Rumble, and I guess technically, if you're gonna put in Drew Carey, you probably should put in Johnny Knoxville, because not only was Knoxville in the Rumble, he at least was in there for longer than Carey was. Then had a match at WrestleMania. Another person you could put in. See, I don't know if he'd fall under celebrity though. Pat McAfee.
Kinda, yeah. Like
he's an NFL star first. Like,
he was an NFL star first and a podcaster.
Right, and now he's doing stuff here and there, but I don't know how much of him you'll see. I mean, at some point, I know he's not a celebrity, but at some point, Michael Cole's going to be put in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt, yeah.
He has to be. I can't think of any other celebrities off the top of my head, but I mean, as far as other names on this list go, the Dynamite Kid, Davey Boy Smith was just put in 2020. The Dynamite Kid was his longtime partner. I don't know if he'll be in though. I mean, I feel like he should be because he was so good. But I think a lot of people don't. It's difficult because
their pasts have been difficult. Like if you look at any one of these,
some of their pasts have been difficult, yes. But as far as a lot of newer, I won't say newer people, but like people growing up today, like they don't know about how good the Dynamite Kid was,
yeah,
kind of thing. Vicky Guerrero should definitely be in there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh Jesus. Mabel. See, Mabel's an interesting one because obviously he had Mabel, he had Big Daddy V, he had Viscera, he won the King of the Ring, but it was during the worst time period that WWE had, in the mid '90s, and he had a match against Diesel at SummerSlam that year, and it was a shit match. It was terrible. He's been known to injure people in the ring. I mean, obviously he did last for a while, and he had some okay gimmicks, but I don't know.
I mean, I personally don't think that I wouldn't be mad if I saw him go in, but
well, as this says, it's basically just sheer longevity that's worthy of the recognition. His widow does have a lawsuit against the company, so that doesn't exactly help.
No,
but he was in 3 different runs with WWE for over 20 years. That's pretty big.
What's the lawsuit about?
I don't even know. It doesn't specify.
Well, now that I have this pulled up, I can look and see.
I don't even know. Bull Nakano, who's in 1994, she was in All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling. She definitely had bigger matches with Alundra Blaze in the mid 90s because Alundra Blaze was like, listen, bring in some of these people from Japan that maybe people don't know, but we'll have good matches. And because at that time, women's wrestling was just kind of like, bleh, it wasn't looked upon like it is today. But if people are thinking, hey, I know the name Bull Nakano, just think of really tall, spiky hair, and that's Bull Nakano.
Okay. By the way, I just pulled up this article. Cassandra Frazier, the widow of the man who worked the gimmicks Mabel, King Mabel, Viscera, and Big Daddy V, has filed a lawsuit in Shelby County Circuit Court in Memphis, Tennessee against WWE. The suit is requesting damages due to Frazier's death resulting from the company's negligence and wrongful actions as it relates to the long-term consequences of multiple concussions and other serious, permanent, and debilitating injuries he suffered throughout the years in Vince McMahon's employment. So that's kind of the gist of it. Basically saying that all the injuries that
another concussion lawsuit is basically what we're at.
Yep.
Got it. Check. The next name on here, Brian Pillman. Now, the thing with Brian Pillman is Brian Pillman wasn't really in WWE for that long. He was more of a WCW guy. And before he had his really bad car accident that he had, that basically destroyed his ankle and changed how he wrestled as a superstar. He was one of the best in the early 90s as far as if you watch early 90s WCW matches with Flying Brian, he was good. And obviously he had the relationship with Austin when they were the Hollywood Blondes. And they were just two guys that were given a crap gimmick and they were like, let's just make it our own. And make the best of it, and they did, and it actually worked
And
out.
honestly, that's what wrestlers used to do back then, is that they'd get a shitty gimmick and then...
Right. Not to mention, Pillman is famously known on WWE TV as the Pillman's Got a Gun segment, which was heavily criticized by USA for how insensitive it was, which basically kind of helped kickstart the Attitude Era, though. So
That is true, yeah.
he was also he was the only non-Hart in the Hart Foundation in the late 90s before his untimely passing. So, Jazz, who obviously I know from like early 2000s,
Yeah.
a couple of women's titles, wrestled I think at WrestleMania against Trish.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I wouldn't be against Jazz going into the Hall of Fame.
no, I wouldn't either. Yeah, it says she's part of the gang alongside Trish, Lita, and Molly Holly and Jackie, who kept women's wrestling kind of the flame lit in the mid 2000s. Because at that time it was kind of like a couple. Here's 5 minutes, go out there, but they'll have like a 6 or 7 minute segment where there's like a fucking bikini contest, like
bikini pillow fight sort of thing.
It's crazy how far it's come. Obviously on this list is The Rock, because The Rock hasn't been put in yet. The Rock will be put in at some point.
Oh, eventually at some point, there's no doubt.
But I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you never know. If they're planning about a Rock and a Rock Roman match at WrestleMania 40 next year, which hopefully now that I have a job, maybe you and I can start saving up money and make a trip up there. Maybe The Rock gets inducted next year in the Hall of Fame at WrestleMania 40 and then has his match against Roman, and then that's his swan song. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. You never know.
I mean, I know they want to definitely have a match, Roman versus Rock.
Right, and I know they were talking about it for next year, and if the title's not on Roman, like I've told you before, that match is like a Hogan versus Rock match. You don't need a title.
No.
It probably needs to go on last or towards the end, but you don't need a title.
Yeah, and especially with, like you said, with how big they both are.
Right.
Like you said, there's no need for a title.
No.
And on top of that, there's the storyline that's played into it can play out to that point.
Yes.
You don't need to just have one, be like, oh, like one's not here or whatever. They're both going to claim to be the tribal chief at one point.
Yes.
So there's always a storyline that plays into that.
Next one, and this shouldn't come in as any surprise, Stephanie McMahon. She'll probably be put in at some point. Vince will definitely be put in at some point. Shane probably as well. I don't think Linda will. But I definitely think because of all the matches that Shane's had, especially like the ones that he had like in like the late 90s.
Yeah.
Against Steve Blackman when he fell off the fucking Titantron. And
against
Kurt Angle, their war at King of the Ring, where he went through and the glass was tempered glass. Well, the reason why the glass was like that was Angle said because of all the pyro, the glass would have shattered if it would have been regular glass. So it had to be tempered glass so that way it wouldn't shatter so easily. So now Angle's trying to throw him through, and it's not.
I remember that because he kept trying to throw him through and like smacking him up against the glass, and he just wasn't going through.
Okay, this is the one that I think should be in the Hall of Fame that I'm surprised isn't. And I'm going to give you the name, and I want to see if you know who this is.
Okay.
Jim Johnston.
Yeah, he's the music creator.
Right.
That created multiple...
Right. When you think of Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme music, that's Jim Johnston.
Do they have anybody in the Hall of Fame that's other than wrestlers, managers that are and celebrities that are in the WWE? Like
I think Okerlund is.
Oh yeah.
I think Gene Okerlund is. I know Heenan is. I think Monsoon is. Ventura is, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So there are some, I think. But in 3 decades of WWE, Jim Johnston soundtracked the action with his incredible WWE themes. And he's very critical, by the way, nowadays of how themes are done because they're all very generic and
yeah.
Like
why didn't he stay with WWE?
There was a creative difference and stuff. You know how that works out. Nearly every single classic theme you can remember has Jim Johnston's hands all over it, from The Undertaker's gongs to the electrifying sound of The Rock. In 2014, he began to wind down his work on wrestlers' entrance music and focus on WWE Studios, passing on the baton to the group known as CFO with a $, which they've made some good theme songs as well.
Yeah.
The new
They don't do it now, though, do they?
No, I don't think so.
Somebody else.
The new duo have crafted some excellent themes in the last few years, such as Sami Zayn's Worlds Apart, the ever-popular Bobby Roode's Glorious, and Shinsuke Nakamura's The Rising Sun. But they're also lucky enough to be in the building on the foundations that Johnson built. He left the company in 2017 for good, and now it feels right for his incredible body of work to be recognized. Again, like I said, there are so many iconic theme songs you can go back in history and listen to. Stone Cold, The Undertaker, The Rock, all those theme songs that you love and that give you chills that you listen to, watching a pay-per-view, or if you're doing your own wrestling things or whatever.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah. I mean, it's iconic.
Now, this was a controversial one, which is Owen Hart. Now, the problem with Owen Hart is, should he be in? Yes. But Owen's brother Brett has long called for his induction, even if it means disrespecting his wife's wishes. Obviously, AEW has done stuff with the Owen Hart Cup tournament and with the Owen Hart Foundation. While it's not for us to step between two mourning family members, we do hope that one day Martha will allow her husband to be, and he should be. But
I think so.
But I understand the circumstances of how he died. Like, as people said,
it was
before,
a sore spot for WWE.
It was a sore spot. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that allegedly some woman said that she was looking up in the rafters and someone pushed him and he fell, and all that stuff. There's a lot of crazy shit that.
Damn.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit that's going on. That the pay-per-view should have stopped too. For what it's worth, the pay-per-view should have stopped. When that happened, the pay-per-view should have stopped. It should not have continued. Think about this. The pay-per-view continued when Owen Hart died in the arena with people seeing. There was no Monday Night Raw when Chris Benoit died. They canceled Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
The pay-per-view also continued when Brian Pillman died, because he died the day of the In Your House pay-per-view, which was The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels in Hell in a Cell when Kane debuted.
Yeah. But I will say, in 2020 hindsight, it probably was a at-the-moment decision that they had to make. And
no, absolutely it was, yes.
How were they supposed to know that he, maybe they thought he wasn't dead yet, and we're just hoping that, okay, he's going to be okay. They're sending him to the hospital. They're going to revive him. And
right, and that's what they thought, and that was the hope, but obviously it didn't happen. But, again, I think once they found out he had passed, just
cut it.
Just cut it.
Yeah. Or maybe they at least didn't want to admit it on the pay-per-view to have that cemented.
They did, though.
Oh.
They did announce it. JR said that Owen Hart's tragic fall. Owen Hart has died. He said it live on the pay-per-view.
Oh.
Because nobody...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did.
Because what had happened was he fell... They were doing a promo package for his match or whatever. They were doing... I think it was a promo package, or there was like a pre-recorded interview with Kevin Kelly. And he fell, but nobody saw him fall because he was supposed to already be in the ring coming down or whatever. And then that happened, and they sent it to a promo package or whatever. And then the match didn't happen because it was supposed to happen, then it just didn't happen, obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The last one is Chyna, and now obviously she's in with DX, but they think that she should be inducted just Chyna as herself.
Yeah, I mean, I can respect that.
So
I mean, there's a lot of controversy surrounding China.
Yes, I know.
But
it's a pretty big country, so.
Yeah.
Wicked
pisser.
I can't believe you done this.
Wow.
I made a bad joke.
It's okay. It's all right.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
All right, what do we got left for time, my man?
We were at 45 minutes.
All right, cool. So the last part of this will be us doing a WrestleMania draft.
All right.
So you've got 3 commentators. We're doing rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first.
Sure, yeah.
And we'll just go back and forth.
Yeah.
We doing it on shoot or
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I should have went. I knew you were gonna go in order, and I should have went back to scissors, and I was like,
Just had to throw you off your game.
No, you didn't throw me off. I knew better. I should have known.
Okay.
All right. So I have compiled commentary, arenas, a ring announcer, and you get to pick 10 matches. So I think the matches will probably take the longest. So you get 3 commentators. So just pick one, and we'll go back and forth.
All right.
If you want to read off the list of commentators that there's there, so that way the fine folks, because obviously they can't see what we're doing. They can hear it, but they can't see it.
Yeah. All right. So I think for my first commentator, I think I'm gonna go Jim Ross.
Okay, the ever popular good old JR.
Good old JR.
All right. So the other names on this list are Jerry the King Lawler, Corey Graves, Michael Cole, Taz, Jesse Ventura, Vince McMahon, Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Well, if you went JR, I'm going Gorilla Monsoon.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna do that.
Gorilla Monsoon's my guy.
Oh yeah. Now, do I choose another commentator?
Yeah. You get 3, so.
All right. I think for my other commentator, I think I'm gonna go Bobby. Bobby.
Oh, you bastard! No, you ruined it. Oh.
I know. You thought I was gonna go King, didn't you?
No.
Because that was a big commentary team.
No, I thought you were gonna go with maybe like Corey Graves or something.
Oh, really? Yeah. No disrespect to Corey Graves, but come on, out of classic commentators.
You fuck. I guess I'll go Jerry Lawler.
With my pick, I'm gonna go Cole.
Son of a bitch. I'm just gonna put Cole.
Yeah.
With mine, I'm gonna go. I'll go Ventura.
Okay.
Because I don't need to hear Corey Graves. I definitely don't want to hear Taz. No disrespect. And I don't want to hear Vince McMahon. So we'll go Ventura.
You ever find the phrase "no disrespect" funny? Because usually after you say the phrase,
yeah, it's like Ricky Bobby. With all due respect, you're a piece of shit. You can't say that to me. Yes, I can. Sure as hell can. No, you can't. I said with all due respect. It doesn't mean you can say whatever you want. Sure as hell does. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It's like a nice way of like trying to prepare yourself to be like, like, hey, what do you think of my idea? It's good. With all due respect, though, I would maybe do it this way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's meant to just kind of push it towards a different direction.
All right, so you have the announcing team of Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jim Ross, and Michael Cole, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
And I have Gorilla Monsoon, Jerry Lawler, and Jesse Ventura.
Okay.
All right, so now you can pick an arena. Your choices are Madison Square Garden, AT&T Stadium, Superdome, Skydome / Rogers Center, MetLife Stadium, and the Staples Center.
I think I gotta go with the. Oh, actually, no, I gotta go with Madison Square Garden.
Taking all the good shit, you son of a bitch.
There's some good options in there, but
I'm gonna go. I don't want AT&T Stadium. I don't think I want MetLife. I'll go. I need a big stadium. Like I need a classic stadium because you have MSG. That's a classic.
that is very classic. That's the whole reason why I went with it.
Yeah, I know, you son of a bitch. It's all right. I'll go. Fuck it. I'm going to Canada. I'll go to the Skydome.
Skydome. Okay.
Or the Rogers Center, however you want to pronounce it. I don't really care. Okay. Pick one of your ring announcers. So your choices are Howard Finkel, Mike Rome, Samantha Irvin, Justin Roberts, Tony Chimmel, or Lillian Garcia.
Ooh. I think I gotta go with the Fink.
Oh, you fucking bastard.
Keep choosing the ones you want, huh?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not over here crying right now. It's okay. You know what the thing is going to be is the next one's 10 matches.
I can't believe you done this!
I'm going to go. This is tough.
My next pick was gonna be Lillian Garcia, so
I'm going to go Tony Chimmel.
Tony Chimmel. Okay.
Because if I get a certain match, I want to hear him go superstar.
Oh, jeez. That's the only thing that's gonna sell that match.
It is. Okay, so now here's the fun part. Now there are just a list of allegedly the best WrestleMania matches of all time.
Okay.
You get to pick 10. This is your 10 match card, and you're not going to have to build it any certain way. Just pick 10, and then that's your 10.
Okay.
I've written the WrestleManias next to what they are. I'm not going to read these all off, but
All right.
so there's some on this side and there's some on the back side. whatever you want. There's a lot there, so pick what you want.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh wow, some of these are really good.
I know these are WrestleMania. There's a lot
Like,
of good,
yeah.
there's some on the back too. There's a lot on the back too, and there's a lot of good ones.
Ooh.
This is the hard part.
This is very hard.
This is the hard part. Picking your matches.
All right. I think the first match I'm going Rock versus Hogan.
All right, WrestleMania 18.
WrestleMania 18.
Okay.
I don't think I can go wrong with any of the matches. They're all really good. So
No. All right, so is that on the back page?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going with what some people consider one of the best matches of all time, and that is Brett versus Austin in the submission match.
Yeah. That's a respectable match.
I'm going to put the WrestleManias next to. All right, so Brett versus Austin. And obviously, for those of you who are listening, if you would take the time to, decide who you think had the better WrestleMania setup.
Let's see. There was another match I saw, I think, that I wanted to do. I just gotta find it now. Taker versus HBK. Career versus streak.
Ooh, WrestleMania 26?
Yeah.
That was actually going to be my next one.
It's
okay, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ones on
There's
here.
Yeah, that list is so good. Honestly, great matches.
WrestleMania 26. All right, I'm going to go because I don't want you to take it on me, because if you do, I'm going to be fucking pissed. I am taking, where the hell is it? I'm taking the TLC match from WrestleMania 17.
Oh, okay.
Edge and Christian versus the Hardys versus the Dudleys. It might be a little early to take it, but I can't afford having you take it on me.
No, I mean, that's a respectable pick. I mean, you can't go wrong. It was a great match.
Versus Hardy versus Dudley. That's at WrestleMania 17, regarded as the best WrestleMania of all time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Your third WrestleMania pick.
Let's see. There is a lot of good matches on here.
I know.
I think one of my favorite matches that's on here is HBK versus Flair, the career-threatening match.
Okay.
That was a great match.
HBK
Very iconic.
versus Flair. That was at what WrestleMania is that?
24.
24. Okay. I'm taking another Bret Hart match, and I'm taking Bret versus Owen at WrestleMania 10 because it's regarded as the best opening match of all time.
Okay. I'm taking the next one is Austin and Rock at 17.
Okay. Austin versus Rock at WrestleMania 17. All right, let me catch up here. All right, so we did the HBK Flair match. That's done. Austin Rock is done. I'm going to go with Savage versus Steamboat at WrestleMania 3.
Oh, okay.
Which this match has standed the test of time. I'm noticing I have very neat handwriting today, and I'm not really sure why.
Got those muscles working in there with your job.
My fucking hand is killing me right now, dude. I'm hurting for certain.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Let's see what else I got on here.
So you got 4, so you've still got 6 matches to pick.
The Money in the Bank at 21. What was that one?
That's the very first one that Edge won.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's the inaugural Money in the Bank match.
I'm going to go with that. Change
Okay.
it up a little bit.
All right. So you got the Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank match from WrestleMania 21. Now, I told you that there was 2 women's matches.
Yeah.
So I'm taking one of them because I think I like one better than the other. So I'm taking the Charlotte, Sasha, Becky triple threat for the newly crowned women's title at WrestleMania 32.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put Flair versus Banks versus Lynch at WrestleMania 32.
And the other women's match was Belair versus
Banks.
which was also a very good match. So
Yeah.
I got to take a women's match, I guess. So I'll go with that one.
Okay. I was gonna say that one's yours by default now. So
Yeah.
it's at the bottom here. So Belair versus Banks. That's at WrestleMania 37. All right. So this now sets me. Now let's see. What do we got left? What do we got left here? I'm gonna go Taker versus Triple H at WrestleMania 28, the end of an era Hell in a Cell match with HBK as the special referee.
Honestly, I was going to choose that one at one point, and then I said, well, maybe I'll hold off a little bit. That's okay, though. Because technically, it wasn't the end of an era.
Well, I mean, as far as like the Attitude Era went, though,
Yeah.
those were like the last three from the Attitude Era because it was kind of a newer time frame. I'm pretty happy with what I have so far. I had a feeling you weren't going to take a lot of the older matches, so your youngest, not youngest, but like your farthest away match was WrestleMania 17.
Yeah,
So.
I am actually going with an older match. I think that Hogan versus Warrior at WrestleMania 6.
Okay, title for title.
Yep.
The first time that the crowd was actually split.
Yes, yep.
WrestleMania 6, the Ultimate Challenge.
Honestly, I don't think you could go wrong with any of these matches. So
No, again, that's why they're all here. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't put like, Kalisto versus, Jinder Mahal or something like.
yeah, hey, you never know. There could look at the this match right here. The
The ladder match?
I think it's the ladder match.
Yeah, the WrestleMania 32 ladder match. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of a lot of people in there. You're like,
I'm going to go. I think I have an idea of what I want to take here. You know what? Give me the. I'm going to take another ladder match. Give me HBK Razor.
oh yeah, very classic.
From WrestleMania 10. Another WrestleMania 10 match that I've taken. All right.
How many more do I get?
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 3 to go.
3 to go. All right.
3 to go.
Let's see. Gold versus Lesnar.
I think I know what my next match is going to be. It's just going to be interesting to see if you snag it from me.
That was a good one too. I think with my next pick, I'm gonna go Brett versus HBK.
The Iron Man match?
Iron Man match, yep.
You can have it. 45 minutes worth of rest holds.
Yeah.
It is a good match if you're a wrestling fan. But if you want action, that is not your match.
No, that's true.
It is a very slow pace.
True.
I'm going with the Brock versus Roman with the Seth cash-in at WrestleMania 31.
Okay, not bad.
Because a lot of people obviously, the match is happening, and out of nowhere, fucking Seth Rollins comes out with Money in the Bank. That was actually, that's the same WrestleMania when he went to curb stomp Orton, and when he went to jump up for the curb stomp, Orton grabbed him in midair and RKO'd him.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He launched him in the air or something.
Yeah.
Plus, you gotta have a Roman Reigns match. So I think I have my next one after this too. I have my next one.
I think I had my next one, but let me just review the list quickly just to make sure. There's still a lot of good matches on here.
Oh, I know. There's going to be some that we omit, and I'll read off the ones that we didn't do. So,
yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna go with Orton Batista and Bryan.
The triple threat at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
Okay. RKO versus Bryan versus Blutista at WrestleMania 30. It's a good match.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good match.
And the crowd was definitely
Hot for it.
hot for it.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Foley and Edge in the hardcore match at WrestleMania 22.
That was going to be my next one.
Yeah.
I've been holding off on that one for a little bit just to...
When I was looking through the list last time, I was like, I got to have a fire match.
Yeah, no, I can respect it. That was going to be my next pick if you didn't take it.
Off the board now, sucker.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last match.
Last match.
Last match. I think I have my last match too. I don't know if I'm going to go with it, but I think I have to. We'll see.
I think I got to go Rock versus Cena.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
Yeah. I had to, man. Hollywood versus Hollywood.
From WrestleMania 28. Now, all right, I'm going to read off a list of the rest of the matches we have on here. Now, I know there's hundreds and hundreds of matches that I've missed, but I didn't have a lot of time, and I was just kind of writing out the best of the best.
Did
So,
you get one more pick or no?
I have one more, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just reading off the rest of them.
Okay.
So we've got Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler versus Miz versus Zack Ryder versus Stardust versus Sin Cara in the WrestleMania 32 Intercontinental ladder match, which was won by Zack Ryder. We have a classic, which is Chris Jericho versus Y2J at WrestleMania 19.
Who the hell is Stardust?
You know. John Cena versus HBK for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 23. Angle versus Lesnar, when Lesnar almost killed himself, at WrestleMania 19. Warrior versus Savage in the quote-unquote retirement match at WrestleMania 7. Guerrero versus Angle at WrestleMania 20 for the WWE Championship. We have Angle versus HBK at WrestleMania 21. We have Kofi versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title at WrestleMania 35, and Kofi won his first and only title. And the two that I'm stuck on right now here. We have the first iteration of HBK versus Taker at WrestleMania 25, which some people say that match is better than the one at 26 because it was the first one. But obviously there wasn't as many stakes on this one. And then, of course, for nostalgia purposes and for just, like, classic, you got Hogan versus Andre at WrestleMania 3. This is tough. This is tough. This is tough.
There's a lot of great matches in there. Even ones that there were matches in there that I knew were good that they didn't even put on the list. So
Yeah, I know. Well, what matches were you thinking of that I don't have on the list?
Well, I was thinking of, like, Guerrero versus Ray for the ownership of Dom.
Okay, well, first off, that was at SummerSlam.
Oh, I thought that was at WrestleMania.
That was at SummerSlam.
Oh, my bad.
Maybe we'll do a SummerSlam one in the summer, and then you can have. I will give you Ray versus Dom in the custody ladder match for.
Oh yeah.
And we'll make up.
I could have sworn that was at WrestleMania.
Nope, that was at SummerSlam.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
And Vicky, Mr. Q, and famously Eddie Guerrero fell and slammed his hand on the mat and said, "Where the fuck was Vicky?"
Yeah. That's what I was hoping was in there. I thought it was at WrestleMania, man.
No, it was not.
Okay, my bad.
I wish I had like a live poll right now to ask people like, should I take the Taker or should I take the Hogan Andre match? I'm just trying to think of what I have here. So I've got a submission match, I've got a TLC match, I've got a good technical wrestling match, another good technical wrestling match, a triple threat women's match, Hell in a Cell, ladder, a good match between Brock and Roman that obviously was a cash-in, which became a triple threat match, and then I got a hardcore match. So,
I mean, if I were you, I would take the classic match, the Hogan versus Andre, but that's just me.
I mean, honestly, though, if you watch it as a match, it's not that great of a match. It's okay.
Yeah, but most of your matches that you have on your list are technical or
I know, but I think if I want like a good match, I think I have to go Taker HBK. Like I said, Hogan Andre is iconic, but it's iconic because of a slam. When people are like, "Oh my God, no one's ever slammed Andre the Giant before," except for like half a dozen people, including Hulk Hogan himself, had already slammed Andre the Giant.
Okay.
So I'm
Well, I
gonna
guess
go.
you decided then.
I'm gonna go Taker HBK. If you
Okay.
have one, I have to have the other.
Fair enough.
All right, so we got Taker versus. We should know what I should have done. We should have done a draft of the worst WrestleMania matches.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Oh my god, that would have been terrible. All right, so just to recap what we got here. So, for those of you who are going to keep tally, I'm going to read this off quickly. So if you want to write this down on a laptop, pen and paper, or just think of it
Or
off
if you
the
have a
top of your-
photographic memory.
or if you have a photographic memory or whatever. So
Actually, that
Kyle's
wouldn't work.
Kyle's somewhat perfect WrestleMania would be held at Madison Square Garden with Jim Ross, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Michael Cole on commentary, with Howard Finkel doing the ring announcing. His following matches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure I had 10 here.
Yeah.
He has Rock and Hogan's match from WrestleMania 18. He has Taker versus HBK at WrestleMania 26. He's got HBK Flair at WrestleMania 24. Austin versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17. The Money in the Bank ladder match from WrestleMania 21. Belair versus Banks at WrestleMania 37. Am I missing any other women's matches besides those? Because I know like Ronda Rousey's match with Kurt Angle and it was Stephanie and Triple H was on there. I thought about Rousey versus Banks versus not Banks. Rousey versus Lynch versus Charlotte, but that was the botched pin
Yeah.
a couple years ago. That could have put that on there. Outside of that, I mean, maybe Victoria versus Molly Holly when Molly Holly got her head shaved.
Yeah.
But I mean, they don't
that
really.
would be something we'd have to do more research into and figure out like
Yeah.
which ones really stood out.
Right. Hogan versus Warrior, the Ultimate Challenge, WrestleMania 6. The Iron Man match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 12. Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan versus Batista at WrestleMania 30. And then he has Rock versus Cena at WrestleMania 28. I have gone with my WrestleMania is going to be in Skydome in Toronto. Gorilla Monsoon, Jerry Lawler, Jesse Ventura on commentary. Tony Chimmel's my ring announcer. My matches are Brett versus Austin in the submission match at WrestleMania 13. The TLC match between Edge and Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys at WrestleMania 17. Brett versus Owen at WrestleMania 10. Savage versus Steamboat for the IC title at WrestleMania 3. Flair versus Banks versus Lynch for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania 32. Taker versus Triple H in the Hell in a Cell End of an Era match with HBK as a special ref at WrestleMania 28. I feel like that right there, that should have been the where Undertaker lost his streak.
Yes, I agree.
That should have been the one.
Yeah.
There were so many false finishes. I just don't like the fact that it was Brock. I don't. There are other people that I would have preferred it being other than Brock.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
I
Honestly,
understand why they did it though.
honestly, Taker shouldn't have never lost. I think Taker should have just went an even 20-0 and just leave it at that.
Yeah, but
Or-
you knew at some point he was gonna have to go out on his back, and you knew it was gonna have to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's true. Technically, if he's going out on his back, it shouldn't be at WrestleMania. His career should have come full circle. Be 20-0 at WrestleMania, never lose, be the greatest WrestleMania competitor of all time. Lose where you started your career at Survivor Series
Yeah, it's true.
at the Harvard Civic Center or the XL Center now.
Oh,
'cause
that
that's
would've
where
been
that's
nice.
where he started. Just run it all back. Lose it like a random B show pay-per-view.
Yeah.
HBK versus Razor in the WrestleMania 10 ladder match for the IC title. Brock versus Roman at WrestleMania 31 for the title with the Seth cash-in. Edge and Mick Foley at WrestleMania 22 with the hardcore match. And the first iteration of Shawn versus Taker at WrestleMania 25. So, for those
I think
people...
both match cards are pretty good, to be honest.
Oh, they're solid. They're unbelievably solid. Maybe what we can do... Maybe instead of doing one for Survivor, like SummerSlam, we'll just put a bunch of like names in and we'll just draft our own thing and then you can just your own, create your own match. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We've got time.
we got time.
So, I'm gonna let you read this because I'm a little out of breath right now.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Wicked Case podcast.
We hope you enjoyed the second iteration of WrestleMania weekend or show or whatever.
Yeah.
Happy WrestleMania for those out there who celebrate. Happy April Fool's Day because this will come out on the 2nd.
That is true, yeah.
Happy birthday to Katykins, a.k.a. Karma Chameleon, because her birthday is April 2nd.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
And happy birthday to my dear good friend Amanda, whose birthday is also today.
Oh, happy birthday, Amanda.
Happy birthday, Amanda.
So Also, thank you for tuning in if you came from one of the other podcasts where our ads played. So thank you for tuning in.
Yes, if you came from Billy's show.
Yeah, Billy's show. There's also
Welcome.
The WWE podcast, the unofficial podcast. I advertise with them, so this is an episode right up your alley.
Welcome, friends.
Welcome, friends.
I hope we're going to get a lot of snide comments about, well, you missed this particular match. Be like, listen,
Hey.
3/4 of this list I got from WWE.com, so
Yeah.
don't shoot the messenger.
And I will say, if you do have any issues or you want to make any comments of your own, right about now, I'm going to list all of our socials and everything. You can
Have
hit
at
us
it.
up.
Have
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah. We are streaming on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, TuneIn,
Deezer.
and wherever you get all major podcasts, as well as YouTube audio only at the moment. Our phone number for Heather, 774-764.
Not Heather anymore.
No, what? No?
Not Heather this week.
Who's this week?
No, we're just going to stick with Megan or Emily.
All right, Megan or Emily.
774-764-9074.
What happened to Heather?
She's apparently got a thing.
Void of you? Like, not with you?
No.
No.
It's okay. It's fine.
All right.
I appreciate
But there might be another Heather out there somewhere for you.
or a Megan or a Emily
Morgan
or
or
a
Emily.
Sarah or a Morgan or a Stephanie or an Amanda or,
Or a
an
Gunta.
Ashley. Or what?
A Gunta.
No. No.
Or
No,
a Gunta.
there will not be a Frau out there for me. No.
Frau
I'm all set.
Verbissenau.
No. No.
Rev Kev, I love you. Please make love to me.
I do not want to deal with any German Scheiser shit. I'm all set. Thank you. Just keep reading the things.
But if you do, they can email thewickedks@gmail.com and tell us all about how they love you so much, Rev Kev.
They don't love me.
Oh, they love you.
I have a new haircut. I look fancy.
I know, yeah, looking spiffy.
I look a little spiffy, yeah.
We do have a website if anybody wants to visit, www.thewickedks.com. We have socials, Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter
The Twitter.
at The Wicked KS. And we also have Patreon /The Wicked KS.
$3 a month for all kinds of zany, behind-the-scenes pre-show footage that's kind of silly and ridiculous. You can watch Kyle suffer with the one-chip challenge. You can watch me suffer with the one-chip challenge. And I still put it out to people. If we get X amount of views or listens or downloads, we'll do it.
Listen, I'll come up with something else. I ain't doing another one chip. I ain't doing it.
Man.
I'll shave my head bald.
You've already done that before. That's not anything rough. It's not like
that is rough.
You-
okay,
you-
look at how spiffy my hair looks.
you have no hair on your head. You've got less hair on your head than I do right now, guy.
I know. That's because I usually go with a 2 or a 3 and I shave it, man.
Right.
So
So
I
if
go
you
all
shave
the
your
way
head bald when we're getting to the summertime, it's not going to really matter to you. You've already done your head shave before Dr. Evil.
Yeah,
That's not anything that's bad.
I only did that. I won't say why because it might sound gross. There was 1 year where I had lice.
Okay, well that's fine. Whatever. You did. That's a safety thing though.
Yeah, so I just shaved it off so I didn't have to deal with it.
How about if Kyle goes dry for like 2 months?
What, alcohol?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, but
No alcohol. How about no alcohol for 6 months?
that's a little tough. I mean, I can maybe go 2 months. 6 months, that's just blasphemy. I can't.
Better than doing the one chip challenge.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'll chew into the one chip challenge. I just can't swallow it. It'll make me sick.
It doesn't matter. Once you chew, it's already in there.
Yeah, it'll go down. It'll burn. But
If you want to watch two local goofballs from New England suffer with another one chip challenge, tell your friends. And, like I said, if the last video it's not the video. If the last podcast got 50 likes or 50 downloads, we'll do it.
Yeah. And we'll continue to find fun and interesting ways to try to get you guys to listen. So
Maybe this time I'll be the one that brings the spoiled whipped cream and spray it on top of Kyle's head. So he smells like sour milk.
do we still have that on video?
It could be out there on Facebook somewhere, unless because you don't know what the password is. It could still be there.
Or YouTube?
Or I don't know. I don't think it was on YouTube.
Did we not put it on YouTube?
No, I don't think we had the YouTube thing set up yet because that was a long time ago.
Okay.
That was done because I remember videoing it on Facebook for when you did your drink when I mixed a whole bunch of random shit out of my fridge.
Oh, yeah.
And I put orange juice and toothpaste and Gatorade and ketchup and barbecue sauce and all kinds of crazy shit that you had to drink. Maybe we could do that instead of the one chip challenge.
Yeah, we'll
'Cause
come up with
that's-
some interesting stuff for you guys to
I am going to say this, though. I refuse to drink any alcohol that's legally alcohol or engage in any type of smoking recreational activities. I am not giving up my my straight edge lifestyle for that.
Your punishment will be to hug a snake.
No. No. I'm not doing snakes. I'm not doing animals. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, I won't do that to you.
No snakes.
No snakes.
No snakes. This will be the last episode we ever do. No snakes. I'm not even kidding you right now. I don't fuck with snakes.
Now, I respect it.
I
man.
don't want to mess with any animals.
I know.
If I have to hug a snake, you got to put your head in a fucking beehive.
Ooh, no.
Okay, so
No.
now we're even.
We're even.
We're
good.
even now.
I won't put my head in a beehive.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I won't do that. Yeah.
Well, I'll drink something ridiculous if I have to. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, there's plenty of things we can do to,
Right. I'll put my hand on a mouse trap. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It'll hurt for a minute. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Can't hurt any more than the pain I have shooting down my arm right now.
Yeah.
But I'm rambling. Thanks for listening. Shout out to all the new listeners out there. If you're out there, let us know how we're doing. Tell all your friends. And as always, peace and love, y'all.
Let's get wicked.
Wicked pisser.
Happy WrestleMania.
Dummy. Yeah.